Hello, my name's Fred Werner, and I lead AI for Good for ITU, the United Nations Specialized Agency for Digital Technologies. Now, AI for Good was built on the premise that we now only have 5 years left to advance the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And AI holds great promise to advance many of those goals and targets, from climate change to affordable energy to education for all, spotting gender equity, and more high-tech solutions, the physical manifestation of AI, if you will, in autonomous driving, robotics, brain-computer interfaces. I think it's safe to say that the use cases are definitely there. But how do you know that a high-potential AI application works equally well on men or women, on children or the elderly, persons with different skin colors, persons with disabilities, or in low-resource settings where things we take for granted, like 5G, connectivity, electricity, access to data, are actually real concerns? So these are not natural reflexes for the fast-paced tech industry and startup industry. I think the track record so far has been we build it and we'll fix it later. But these are things that we think very deeply about at the AI for Good community. Simply put, what is AI for Good? It's to identify practical applications of AI to advance the SDGs and figure out how to scale these solutions for global impact. Now, how do we do this? Well, first of all, we can't do this alone. That's why we have 47 UN sister agencies as partners of AI for Good. That's virtually the entire UN system participating in AI for Good, helping us to build standards, helping us to build projects, to build collaboration, knowledge, networking, and basically being the open and inclusive platform on AI for the UN and beyond. And what I mean by that is the AI experts would say themselves that AI is too important to leave to the experts. So great efforts have been made to bring as many people to the table, from our 194 member states to 47 UN agencies, of course, all the big tech companies in the world from all around the world, not just the developing countries, NGOs, civil society, academia, international media, and also bringing the creatives to the table and young people who all want to chart a beneficial course for AI for humanity. Now, one of our catchphrases is that we're more than a summit. Of course, we have our annual summit. This year it's in Geneva from the 8th to the 11th. And it's open, free for all. You're all invited. But also we have a lot of collaboration efforts that we've built along the way. AI for Good serves as the multi-stakeholder collaboration platform for the UN, where you have the dialogue. But we have a lot of capacity building efforts where we have, for example, the AI Skills Coalition, which we just launched today in Davos, where we really want to address the AI skills gap. And we built 30 partnerships to provide access to AI training resources, anything from AI 101 to AI for diplomats, AI for ministries, for regulators, for engineers, for children, and really trying to address the full spectrum of the AI skills gap. We also, for example, have machine learning challenges running around the world, robotics youth challenge for kids who are building robots for natural disaster management, and all types of collaboration, really trying to be inclusive and bring these solutions to developing countries and make sure everyone benefits around the world. We also develop standards. We have 220 AI standards under development or developed on cybersecurity, on optimizing telecommunication networks, on multimedia, basically also how we can use AI to reduce the energy consumption of data centers. So these standards are basically the practical way of implementing a lot of the things that have been called for in the Global Digital Compact that was published in New York last fall. We have AI Governance Day, where we bring all the major governance processes around the world to really move from principles to implementation. And if you look at, let's say, the things that they have in common more than the things that they have different, there are a lot of pain points that they need the international community and the UN to work on. For example, how do you combat misinformation and deepfakes? And then also, how do we address the skills gap, which I just talked about with the skills collaboration. Last but not least, I'd like to mention that we have the summit again on the 8th of July to the 11th. And we'll be having 2 days of a summit, an AI Governance Day, and also an International AI Standards Summit series featured at the summit. And of course, through those collaborations, especially the governance part and the standards part, that's where we look at the flip side of AI for Good. How can we provide safeguards to make sure that AI is safe, it's trustworthy, and maximize the benefits while minimizing the risks? And basically, I would like to invite everyone in Davos to come to Geneva in July. Everyone is welcome. Thank you.